COVID-19 cases are reportedly on the rise in Beijing after the Chinese government abruptly abandoned its zero-COVID policy. Meanwhile, the United States pledges tens of billions of dollars for Africa as the U.S. hosts a two-day meeting with African leaders. This and other developments across the seas in tonight's Foreign News Wrap-Up Mega Luna.
China's actual number of COVID-19 infections is impossible to track. According to China's National Health Commission, it scaled down its daily COVID-19 report after a sharp decline in PCR testing, since the government announced a negative COVID-19 test result is no longer needed to enter most establishments. Last week, China relaxed most of its anti-COVID measures after hundreds of people staged protests in several Chinese cities. In Somalia, hundreds of thousands of people are suffering from the effects of catastrophic food shortages, with many children dying of hunger. According to an analysis by the United Nations, the number is projected to rise over 700,000 next year as record-breaking drought continues to affect a large part of Somalia. The UN said if additional aid does not arrive soon, the country will suffer its worst famine in half a century. The United States has pledged tens of billions of dollars for Africa over the next 3 years as the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit kicked off in Washington, D.C. During a forum with African leaders, President Joe Biden said the U.S. is all in on Africa's future as he announced new trade opportunities and infrastructure commitments.
And the United States is committed to supporting every aspect of Africa's inclusive growth and creating the best possible environment for sustained commercial engagement between Africa companies and American companies. The United States is all in on Africa's future.
Meanwhile, U.S. First Lady Jill Biden hosted spouses of African leaders as part of the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit at the Kennedy Center for Performing Arts in Washington. The First Lady convened more than 20 spouses and talked about breaking down barriers to cancer prevention, early detection, and care for young women around the world. Meg Luna for The Nation.